Hey guys, it's Spring with Embrace Life Coaching and Fitness. Now, as a coach, my job is not to come up with solutions to your problems. It is to support you as you work through them or come up with questions that allow you to maybe think outside of where you're at so that you can come up with your own solutions to those problems. And you may know that I work with people who are going through some difficult times. And sometimes I think we need to look at where we're at and say, you know what, because sometimes we can be scared to make changes. Change is hard for a lot of people. And so maybe we're scared, we're afraid, like if we do something, if we take a chance, we take a risk, what would happen? It's the what if, and we all think about like the negative things. What if this bad thing happens? What if that bad thing happens? But I think that, and this may be because of the people who I surround myself with, to be honest, but I think instead of being afraid of what's in front of us if we make changes, that we should be terrified to stay where we're at. Absolutely terrified to stay where we're at. Because if you are not moving forward, you're standing still dying. And it's one of those things where you have to really look at in your life and take an inventory of the people who you surround yourself with, truthfully. Are the people who you surround yourself with, are they assets or are they liabilities? And I can say, when I was in high school, I was a liability. I would influence people to cut classes or ditch school, things like that. I was a leader in the wrong direction, I guess you could say. But there comes a point where you do take an inventory of your life and the people who are in it, and what your goals and your objectives are. And you have to say, is it the pain that I'm going to give myself to? The pain of not moving forward? The pain of being around people who I shouldn't be putting myself around? Or am I going to put myself toward the promise? Now, for myself, I know this isn't like everybody, but for myself, if I make a promise, if I say I promise, unless there is something that is beyond my control preventing me from doing that, it's considered done in my brain. And so instead of putting myself and saying, hey, this pain is potentially bad, sometimes we can look and say, what if I put myself toward my promise? What if I make a promise to myself, and I make a promise to the people who I want to make a difference in their life, that I'm going to give my absolutely best to? And then look at yourself in the mirror and truly say, is this really all you've got? Are you really giving everything that you've got toward your promise? And if you're not, I mean, that's holding yourself accountable. Good for you. Because now you can take that and reform it. Put down on paper what your steps are. And then discipline yourself every day to take some sort of action toward the promise that you've made to yourself or to those who you care about. But again, you can be afraid of what changes or what you're going to come up against when you make the changes. But you should really be terrified about staying where you're at today. That's my message for today. Happy Friday. We were right on Friday. Support our military. All right, guys. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I love you. Bye.